Welcome everyone, we're back. It was another 3 points. Defense was solid, absolutely solid. Alex, your first words, what do you think?
Amazing, amazing. Best game of the AS Roma 2021-2022 season.
Wow,
Best game from a defensive point of view,
I agree.
from a collective team performance. Best game ever. I enjoyed the game more than any of our other games this season so far.
Wow. I want to just say something real quick before we start the match reaction, which is seriously like I obviously now over the course of this channel I've filmed 2 stadium vlogs, and just the fact that one, it was absolutely amazing. They're amazing to film, but I just, with these stadium vlogs, my main reason of why I film them is just to let every single fan out there just aware that the passion of these fans. And I mean, you can see from the videos, I can't do more than just showing you the passion of AS Roma fans singing. In fact, there was a video on the Roma YouTube channel showing that the referee had to wait until the AS Roma anthem was over to start the match. So, if you still haven't understood this, AS Roma might not be one of the greatest clubs in the history of football. But trust me, when it comes to fans, me and everyone, I can't do more. It's physically impossible for me to show more than what I do in these stadium vlogs, and just to let every fan out there know the passion of these AS Roma fans. So hope you like the stadium vlogs. By the match reaction, over to you, mate.
Fantastic again. Once again, thank you very much for what you do. Showing these reactions. Really, I have never supported any team with so much passion and
Yeah, these are just
dedication.
the phrases
And
which...
I mean, even way before I started following Mourinho, I have actually been more of a Chelsea fan. Back in the day, as a young child, I was an Arsenal fan, and then Mourinho came into light, and I'm like, hey, I love this man's passion. But now going from team to team, following him from Chelsea to Manchester United or Real Madrid, back to Chelsea, Tottenham, and Roma right now. My God, the fans are incredible.
Yeah.
The passion, the way they sing the anthem, and also, looking at the way the players react to the fans. It's
Abraham
just,
is especially is just a vibe. Did you see he started like doing kicky
yeah,
ups when it took like the referees ages to decide if that was a penalty, and when he did the kicky ups, the entire stadium went ale ale.
yes.
It's just
It's
unbelievable.
something different, and I think that is maybe. I don't think he's going to want to go back to England, because I think there's one thing for a player to be accepted, to be loved, to be felt, and there is a connection between Tammy Abraham and the fans. Nicolo Zaniolo and Tammy Abraham have formed a special bond as well. And Mourinho was asked about this, and Mourinho said, "Listen, they're a group of young players who blend well together, who go out and hang out a lot. And this is good for Nicolo Zaniolo because he gets to learn some English. And for Tammy Abraham, he gets to learn the culture of Rome, Roma, and as well as his environment. So it's beautiful,
Yeah. I mean, this duo is
Yeah,
growing. I can see some
it's great.
massive increases.
It's great.
I think
It's
Abraham
great.
is finally getting into that goal rhythm. And like, interesting question. Do you think Abraham would have scored the penalty if it was allowed?
Yes, he would have. His confidence is rising, to be fair. Initially, I didn't like his positioning, but again, it's a position to sort of, throw away the goalkeeper. But I would bet my money on it. And also, check it out. There are other more experienced players on the field. Mkhitaryan would have taken that penalty. But for you to have Tammy stand up and say, hey, okay, there's no Verrat out, this is mine,
Yeah.
and he was allowed to, no one argued with him, I think that also should be a signal from both the training camp, and the manager as well, and that the team respects him, and sort of loves him as well. So to answer your question, he would have scored it, no doubt in my mind.
Yeah,
Yes, he
yeah.
would have.
And also, just because I think actually a big part of this match reaction is just the sense of passion from the
Yes.
fans, from the players, from Mourinho. Because, yes, match reactions are not only about the way a team plays, but, how the fans and the team reacts.
Yes.
Just to give you an
Absolutely.
example, there was a clip in my stadium vlog of a song going on where when all the lights were out and the flags
Yes.
and the crevasud, they were great. And my dad was crying. He got emotional. I couldn't film it because
He was
he's
emotional.
camera shy. But it's these moments which just make up the history of this club. And just another big factor of a brotherhood being built is that Mourinho got every single player at the end of the match to get together, talk about the match, and then he went like that to the players, saying
Yes.
go in front of the fans and go say goodbye, because they're a big part of this project as well. And it's not something many managers do. Fans need to be included in everything, and I am seeing this rise in this club by a lot.
It's a family. It's a
Yeah.
collectiveness. It's a family. And I mean, I hardly get emotional, but I got emotional. I always get emotional when I see them sing the Roman anthem, at the start of every match. And you see the way the players connect to it. And then also, when Pellegrini was subbed off, I think
Oh
I'm sure
yeah.
you could see his eyes became very teary. There is this pain and passion. It's just beautiful. It's
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
it's
I
it's
mean,
really
really,
nice.
it's so
Yes.
beautiful. Italiano. It is great. It is great.
Right, we've got actually a good question coming from the chat, which I think is one of the main, if not the main, the most important thing to be clarified in this
Yes.
match reaction, because Mescobar is asking, why was the team so defensive yesterday against Torino, and why not play like they did on Thursday? Can you guys explain? I've got my answer ready. I had my
Go
answer
ahead.
ready yesterday. Do you want me to start?
Yeah.
So,
Go ahead.
I think, obviously, we're not Real Madrid. Obviously, we're not Liverpool. Obviously, we're not Man City. And Mourinho knows this. So, obviously, not having, Casemiro, Modric, and these players in a midfield area, which arguably is the most important position of the entire team, Mourinho understands that not having players from these in these positions is a big risk. And yesterday, starting Diawara was even a greater risk, because the last time he played, he was playing against that 6-1 defeat, during that 6-1 defeat. So psychologically, Mourinho was thinking, oh, God, he needs another chance. Will he be ready? And, if you paid attention yesterday, everyone out there, Diawara was playing alone in the midfielder section,
Yes.
in the defensive midfielder section.
Yes.
So obviously, I think, I did see, when Roma got the ball back from Torino, many times yesterday they were kicking it away. Because I think Mourinho, in a way, yesterday wanted to skip the defensive midfielder area, because he knew that not having Veretout, Cristante, and many other players, which are the top players in that area, could have been a risk. So the defensive approach is definitely due to the, oh yeah, I'm risking a lot. I don't have my top players in the midfield area. I don't want to lose at the same time. So I need to, come up with something which will not be too risky. That is my theory of why yesterday's match was pretty defensive.
Fantastic. And that was a very good one from you, Simon. But now this is my take. Very, very similar to what you're saying. Number one, we played a game knowing the risk that it involved.
Yeah.
Therefore, the fact that we didn't have Veretout, Cristante is out, Pellegrini was obviously, as you could see, injured. The only true defensive central midfielder we had was Diawara, like you rightfully said. Well, however, Mourinho said this before the game. Torino is a very good team. And he wasn't even sure that Belotti was going to play, and Belotti even played. So that even added more fear and more pressure. However, if there is something we haven't gotten right all through this season, is the defensive component and playing as a team. This was a collective effort for us to try and win. The goal, the objective of the day was win. No matter how much or how many goals, we had to win.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we had to play that way to win because, again, we didn't have the middle to hold the ground. We only had the defenders. And again, our defenders were not at their best shape. Smalling just coming back from an injury, and he was the man of the match.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then,
Smalling, man of the match. I agree with you.
yes. So with all these little components, again, this was a classic Italian football, a classic Mourinho win, a classic counter win, and it was a message we had to send through to other teams. Hey, AS Roma has different components to the game, and I think someone once said this before, whereby he said Mourinho plays games in different phases, and this is one phase of the Mourinho project: defensive solidity. Without the defense, there is no way we can win a title or even make it to the top four.
Yeah, I
Without a
agree.
collective win or a collective effort like the team played yesterday, it's impossible. And he said it at the end of the day. He said, I prefer such wins than the 5-0
Yeah.
win.
And Abraham
Because
copied him.
yes, the team suffers together. We play together. And that is what I want to see. I loved every bit of it. Yes, we
Yeah,
missed some
and, you know,
chances. I love it.
a big part is the defense. Because,
Yes.
Smalling
Clinch.
in defense is such a good thing. I seriously
what?
cannot remember, Roma being this good with Smalling in defense. I think
Same here.
Smalling's
I mean,
brings so much experience.
yes, yes, yes. I've been saying sell him, but look, from what I saw yesterday,
Make him captain.
okay, I think he adds something different when he's fit, and I think is the aggression, is the experience, it's just something about him that is different in that defensive
Yeah, yeah,
sector.
yeah.
And I think this is the first time he's playing, from what I've seen, alongside Mancini and Ibanez, which we saw yesterday, and it was incredible. It was beautiful. I loved what I saw. I was impressed. And again, we cannot stop saying Mkhitaryan is on steroids. Mkhitaryan is a box-to-box midfielder going up, running like a child. The commentator said that yesterday. I don't know what the guy is on, but I'm loving him.
Yeah,
I'm
also
loving him.
Diawara. I was surprised by him. It's not hard to step back on the pitch in front of 50,000 people watching you, and the last time you were playing was when you got battered by a Norwegian team. He stepped up, and that's great. And now that Pellegrini's injured, because apparently he'll miss until the
2 weeks.
2022. Let's be honest with you.
Yes.
He'll probably be
Yes.
out until January, just
Yes.
not to risk stuff. Because you know what I was saying. They seem to risk Pellegrini's rehabilitation, and he was back from an injury, and now he's back injured. He's a very fragile player, but this is a chance for Diawara, because Mkhitaryan obviously will cover Pellegrini's position, and obviously there'll be a gap. So Cristante obviously still has the COVID. I think it's good. It's these good matches, which I think Diawara. I think I'll say it right here. Diawara, in my opinion, will start in 2 days against Bologna.
You think so?
Yes, he will, because
I doubt.
Cristante will not be back. Veretout will be back, but Pellegrini's missing, so Mkhitaryan will take Pellegrini's spot, and Diawara will be in the defensive section.
Wait, hold on. Did I miss somebody yesterday? Hold on. Karsdorp played up front, right? And then when Pellegrini went out, he fell back and we brought in Perez. Am I right?
Yeah,
Okay. So yeah. So to add to what you're saying, Diawara may start, but I think Perez will start ahead of him. I'm just thinking so.
but I think Darboy could start. You know what? I can. I'll tell you that the match on Wednesday is a brutal match, because they're a team which is on a good form. They're usually a team. They're usually a team which gets close to the relegation zone. This year, they're on a boost. They're playing at home. Oh, Alex left. He'll be back. But as I was saying, it will be a very, very... Oh, he's back. Right, you're back, mate. It will be one hell of a match. I think we're on a good roll. I think we can win, but it's one of those matches which I see Roma underestimating and losing points. And at this stage, we're getting closer and closer and closer to the Champions League. Atalanta's still ahead of us, but Lazio lost points. Oh, Lazio lost points. There was nothing better than seeing them lose 4-0. So that was good. But Atalanta or playing at home against Venezia, they'll win. So that's just another reason of why we need to grab the points, because Atalanta will win against Venezia, and if Atalanta starts speeding away, so it's a good moment when it comes to passion, when it comes to defense. I really enjoy this moment. Player ratings, the defense for me, all of the defenders get a 9.
I'm giving the team a 10, a full 10. That is how happy I am.
Wow.
The whole team. That's the best match ever for me.
Wow, that's a big shout. I actually found it. Maybe I was saying to you, but everyone watching, maybe it's because I was sitting in. There were good seats, but I was in front of Tammy's goal and I saw that perfectly. But when Roma attacked in the second half, I couldn't see them really well. I couldn't see the infiltrations and the schemes. So at times I did find yesterday's match boring, and at times I did think that Roma could play in a better way. But at the end of the day, luck is 60% of football. No, maybe not 60%, but luck is definitely at least 30% of football. How many teams are lucky? Juventus get bloody an average of 2 penalties every match. We need to be lucky as well. And there will be haters going, oh, you were lucky. Yes, we were lucky, and I'm proud to say that we were lucky, because we need luck. Otherwise, who the hell wins with no luck? So, I do think Torino deserved a draw, but do I care? No. So,
Okay.
I think Roma played matches over the course of the season in a better way, but yesterday's match was great, and the passion in yesterday's match, amazing. But yeah, I agree with you. The team, you give them a 10, I give the defenders a 9, Diawara gets an 8, the 4 attacking midfielders for me get El Shaarawy was great, Mkhitaryan was great, they get a 9. Karsdorp, I see such an improvement from Karsdorp. He deserves a 9 again. And Zaniolo and Abraham are forming an amazing duo. They're starting to grind. And I'll say it right here. Match on Wednesday. Abraham will score again to score his 3rd consecutive goal. Right. Prediction for Wednesday.
Well, this is it though. Let me draw this back a little bit. Do you think Zaniolo would start on Wednesday?
Yes.
Do you think
you cannot?
Okay, hold on. Is it not gonna be risky to
it's
risk
big
because of his injury? He's injury prone, and we don't want to lose him. So, do you think he's likely gonna start? We don't have Pellegrini. I think you're right. Diawara is gonna start with Vertout. But now the question would be: would Zaniolo either start or come in? I know Abraham is going to start for sure, but do you think Mourinho will take a big risk and throw in Shomurodov in there? Or
that's actually a good point, because on Saturday we do have an important match against Inter Milan.
Oh hell no!
I am so I'm really looking forward to it, but unfortunately on Saturday I've got a pain in the ass meeting at that time, so I'm really not sure I can make it for the live watch along, which is such a bummer because it's such a good match. It's Dzeko's return at the Olimpico. I'll try my best. Maybe I'll go live for the second half, but I highly doubt. I'll try my best, but it will be such a bummer. But let's not think about Sunday, because we've got a match on Wednesday which we need to win.
There you go.
But
so
that's a good point.
For me, the score prediction for me is going to be an easy. I'm
going. I think we're on a roll in defense and we won't concede. But I'm going 2-0. 2-0 Roma.
Why do I feel it would be a 1-0 win away to Roma?
That's actually really, really good.
I think a 1-0 win, and the worst we can expect would be a draw, a 1-1. But I think we're going to win the game. And I believe Zaniolo would not start that game to allow him rest uh, for Saturday. But he's on such a good run. I don't want to break that gel and partnership and
Yeah, true.
liquidity
That's a
is
big
formed.
statement. I'll start
Yeah,
Felix on Wednesday. I was actually surprised Felix didn't get subbed in yesterday. I think he'll start on Wednesday.
yeah, but you see, that tells you Mourinho's mindset. He wanted to
Yeah.
win, and he had to what take out? Who did he take out again? I think that was Pires for Kumbula. To go
Ah,
and
yeah,
help
just
defend
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
corner. Man, I mean, we have a great coach, man. This guy wants to win. The team wants to win. I'm passionate about this whole project. I love this.
I agree. Right. The last question is actually an interesting one, which
Hmm.
is, do you think it was a harsh offside call coming from the chat? It was offside.
Was it offside? Yes, it was.
It was offside, but
And that is all. That is all that matters because
yeah, to be
again,
honest with you,
on the
yeah,
Simon show, we keep it 100.
yeah, yeah.
If it's against, if it's another team who was gonna have that penalty, we would call it an offside. But again, it is what it is. Off is off. VAR, they messed up, taking 5 solid or 6 solid minutes to decide.
Oh yeah,
That
that
was
was painful.
that was
Plus,
so
it was
poor from the
absolutely
VAR.
freezing yesterday. I
Yeah,
was freezing my ass.
that was a poor decision. So I think that was the only bad part. But again, it tells us that the assistant referees or the virtual referees are doing their job thoroughly
Yeah, yeah.
because that is what we expect. So big ups for them getting the right decision. We did not get a second goal, but it is what it is.
We won 1-0.
And
I'm proud
we
to say
won
I'm happy.
3 points.
Couldn't be
And again,
happier.
guess what? The teams below us, there's a big, I think, a 4 point gap now. So that gives us the cushion to either risk another game if possible. But at least Fiorentina and I believe Juventus are 4 points away from us.
And
So
Lazio,
we
yeah,
good.
yeah.
And Lazio.
Juventus is
And
such
AC
a
Milan
bad
lost
team this
yesterday, right?
season.
AC
Yeah,
Milan
but
lost.
I wouldn't at this stage. I would
You wouldn't
I
read
would
more
be
into it?
more worried about Juventus, Lazio, and Fiorentina and Atalanta. In a couple of weeks we're playing against Atalanta over there, which is such a tough. They're one of the most northest team in Italy. You're playing there in December. It's gonna be absolutely freezing. They're a very solid team. I think that match will mark the 60% of the future of this season. I think that match, I cannot wait for that match. It will be the most important match of the season against Atalanta, which is actually, just before ending the stream, I'll tell you where it is. When it is, sorry. It's actually, I'm playing Bologna, then we're playing Inter, and then we're playing Spezia at home, and then we're playing Atalanta. So it's in about 2 weeks. It will be such a hard match, but it will be such an important match as well. Lads and lasses, we won. Oh, Alex, sorry, I think I interrupted you there.
Yeah, I was gonna simply ask you, do you think we can pull off a magic and win on Wednesday and on Saturday? How would that make you feel? And then Atlanta loses or drops some points on Wednesday and on Saturday.
That would be great,
And
but to be honest with you, Inter Milan look great now, and
by Sunday or Monday, we will be fourth on the table.
I highly think. I mean, Dzeko has my full respect. I expect a massive, massive, massive standing ovation from the Roma fans because Dzeko deserves it. Even if he's an Inter Milan player, he deserves the best. He's the third best striker in the history of Roma. He only deserves claps when he steps in the Olimpico. But I think he will score. And if he celebrates the goal, then that is when my respect drops down. But I won't, because he loves Roma. But I do think Dzeko will score on Saturday. Because we have a negative trend when it comes to these big matches. So I wouldn't say we win. I would definitely take a draw against Inter Milan. Like, I would sign on a piece of paper for a draw. But obviously, let's push for a win. Football is football. Anything can happen. Just like yesterday, we won. We need to win on Wednesday, and then mindset needs to be ready to stop Edin Dzeko, and Smalling needs to be good for that match. Because,
Absolutely.
If we don't have Smalling, then Dzeko will bag a triple. But yeah, the passion was something else. If you still haven't watched the stadium vlog, I invite you to watch it after this stream ends. It's me and Alex as always. Like this live stream as soon as it becomes a video. Subscribe to the channel. It's the final road to 2K subs. Get it done before Christmas, and it will be the best present for me, Josh, Alex, and Gary. And right, me and Alex will catch you on Wednesday. I'll catch you tomorrow for Mourinho's press conference reaction. See you, mate, and see you, everyone.
Bye.
See you.